guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really easy DIY coin purse. I've been crocheting a lot lately and I learned how to make this, so I thought I would just share it with you guys. It's a really easy tutorial for beginners, so if you want to learn how to make this, then just keep watching. So the supplies that you will need is some felt, a 5-inch zipper, scissors, needle, a crochet hook, and some thread. The colors of yarn that I chose was navy, pale aqua, and white. And to make the Starburst granny square, you're first just gonna want to make a slip knot and then chain 5. And to make a chain, you just yarn over and then pull through. And then we're gonna slip stitch into the first stitch that we made. So you just insert your hook, yarn over, and then pull through. So now you should have a little ring, and then you're just going to chain 3, and then we're going to do 15 double crochets into that ring. So to do a double crochet, you're just going to yarn over, come up, and then pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the next 2 that's on your hook. It's really easy, so you just want to continue to do that all the way around the ring. So the first one that we made, the chain 3, that counts as 1 double crochet. So in total you should have 16 of those when you're done. And that's how it should look. So I just am going to slip stitch into the first one that we made. And then after that, I'm just going to chain 1 to make sure that it's all secure. And that's how you make the center of the Starburst flower. So next, I'm just going to add my NYX color. I just always start by doing another slip knot, and then you can pick anywhere you want to insert it onto your little ring that you just made. And then we're just going to chain 3, and the next stitch that we're going to do is called the puff stitch. So you're just going to yarn over, pull up another one, and then pull a little bit to stretch it, and then yarn over and go back through again, pull up another one, yarn over, go back through, pull up another one, and then you should have 7 on your hook. So that's just kind of how I know whenever I count 7 on the hook. And then you're just going to yarn over and pull through all 7. And this part is kind of hard, but you just kind of have to work with it. And then you're just going to want to chain 1. And another way to remember, you insert your hook into the stitch 3 times. And you want to pull after each time you come up, and then you should have 7 loops on your hook, and then you can pull through all 7. And you just want to make sure that you do 16 puff stitches on the ring. So just continue to do that all the way around. So once you're finished with all 16, it should look like that. So now we're just going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that we did when we first started, and then you're just going to chain 1 to end it. So now we're gonna move on to the next round, and I'm just going to make another slip knot, and this time you're just going to insert your hook into one of the gaps, so it doesn't matter where you start out. And then you're going to chain 3, and this time I don't really know the correct name for this stitch, but it's where you do like half of the double crochet a bunch of times, so I'll just kind of explain what I'm doing. So you're just going to yarn over, go through the gap, and pull through the first 2, then yarn over, go through again, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then yarn over, come through, pull through the first 2 on your hook, and then you're just going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook, and then chain 2. Okay, so I'll just walk you through one more time. So yarn over and go into the next gap, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, come up, pull through 2, and now you have 3 on your hook, yarn over, come up, pull through 2, and then we're going to do it one more time, so you're basically inserting your hook 4 times. And then you should have 5 loops on your hook when you're done, and then just chain 2 after you finish each one. Okay, so now just continue doing that all the way around until you have 16 of those around the whole circle. So once you finished all 16, now you're just going to want to slip stitch into the next one. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I just decided to slip stitch into the next one after the chain 3 because I thought it looked better that way, and then I just chained 1 and cut it off. So now we're on to the actual granny square part, and I chose to do it in the color white, so I just made another slip knot and attached it into one of those gaps. So now we're going to do a triple crochet into this gap. So to do that you have to chain 4 and then yarn over twice, pull up a loop, go through the first 2, then yarn over, go through the next 2, and then yarn over and go through the final 2. And I did 2 of those triple crochets in there, so the chain 3 counts as 1, so that would be like 3 triple crochets into that one gap. And then in the next gap over, we're gonna do 3 double crochets, and I'm pretty sure you already know how to do a double crochet. It's just yarn over, pull up a loop, go through the first 2, yarn over, and then go through the next 2. So then in the next one we're going to do half double crochet. So you basically just yarn over, go through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and I just did 3 of those in that gap. And then in the next gap you're just going to do another 3 sets of double crochet. And then in the next gap, we're gonna do another 3 triple crochet. So that's basically the pattern. And whenever you get to the triple crochet, that's actually gonna be the corner of the granny square. So I just did 3 triple crochets, and then I chained 3, and then did another 3 triple crochet into that same gap. So the reason why I did that pattern was because the different heights kind of make the straight edge of the granny square. So again, the pattern is triple crochet, chain 3, triple crochet into that same gap, then double crochet, half double crochet, and then you repeat the corner again. And just continue that all the way around until you have 4 corners. So now that I finished, I realized I only did 3 triple crochets to start out with, so you're just going to want to yarn over twice and then go back into that same gap that we started with, and then just do 3 triple crochets into that gap, and then chain 3, and then I'm just gonna slip stitch into that first one that we made and chain 1, and then you're finished. So then you just want to go ahead and make another one for the 2 sides of the pouch. So now we're going to connect them together, making the sides of the little coin purse. So I just started by making a slip knot, and I'm chaining 4, and then we're going to make 3 single crochets. So I just inserted my hook into that first little stitch, and then I just yarned over and came out, and then you want to yarn over and then pull through both of those loops on your hook, and that's how you do a single crochet. So I just did 3 of those into 3 of the stitches. And then after each time you finish, you're just going to chain 1 and then flip it around and repeat. So I just kept doing that same thing, making 3 single crochets and then chain 1 and then flip and repeat. And I believe I did 19 or 20 of those. You can just tell by measuring it against your granny square that you made, and then you'll know the length of how long to make the sides. And you want to make 3 of these for the 3 sides of the coin purse. So I just kind of tried to weave in the ends of it as best as I could, and then you can just cut that off. I think I left 1 on each one, but I end up weaving those in later. But yeah, you'll need 3 of those for the 3 sides. And then the next step is just to connect it to the granny squares. So we're going to join the 2 parts with a single crochet. So you're just going to insert your hook in the top of each of the parts, and then I just made another slip knot and pulled it through each of them. And then I chained one so that it's secure on there. And then you're going to insert your hook back through the same hole and then do a single crochet. So just yarn over and then pull through and then yarn over and pull through both of the loops on your hook. And you're just going to continue to do that all the way down so that they're both connected. So once you finish one side, you're just going to do the same thing for the other two sides of the granny square. So I just connected it with crocheting a single crochet for the other two pieces. So once you finished all three sides, you're just going to end it by chaining one, and then you can just cut it off. And now we're going to work on the corners. So we're going to connect it by doing another single crochet. So I'm just going to insert my hook into both of the sides, and then I just made another slip knot. And I just brought it through both parts, and then I chained one. And then to make the corner, you're just going to want to do 3 single crochets. And I just ended it by chaining one again and cutting it off. So it's pretty simple. So you're just going to repeat that for the other corner, and then I actually just started by weaving through all of my ends because they were just sticking out everywhere and that can get kind of annoying. So yeah, but once you've finished all of that, this is what your coin pouch should look like. So then I just went ahead and connected the other side of the coin pouch together, and I did that by making a slip knot, and I'm just gonna repeat the same process by doing single crochets all the way down. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Once you get the hang of it, you're just repeating it. So just continue to do that to connect all 3 sides. So once you've finished, you're just going to chain 1, and this is what your pouch should look like so far. So next I actually just made a single crochet in each stitch, and I did 2 rows of that. So I just went all the way around for 2 rows. So once you finished your 2 rows of single crochet, you're just going to end it by doing a slip stitch and chain 1. And then this is what your pouch should look like when all of that is finished. Yeah, I think it turned out really cute. So now I'm just going to add the lining inside of it. I don't know, I just chose to use felt. I don't know what the best lining to put in there, because I don't sew much. That's not my thing. I basically just know how to stitch, so I actually just cut out 2 squares the same size as the pouch, and I'm just gonna stitch around, but I left one side open because that's gonna be the opening for the pouch. So you're just gonna stitch 3 of the sides together, and I should have doubled my thread, but like I said, I haven't stitched something in so long, I kind of forgot. But yeah, I did it the next time around. So I just went all the way around, and then to end it, I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing, but I just tied a knot 2 times so that it wouldn't come apart. So yeah, that's how it should look, and then I just put it inside of the pouch, and I kind of just folded it over a little bit so that it would be even, just in case I cut it off a little bit weird. And now this time I doubled my thread just so that it would be thicker, and I'm just attaching it to the actual pouch. So I don't know how to explain this part, but as you can see, I'm just stitching through the felt and then through one of the little crochet stitches. Yeah, I'm so bad at explaining things. But yeah, I just went all the way around, and then next I'm going to attach the actual zipper. And I know in the beginning of this video I showed a different zipper, but that one was way too big. So you want to make sure you get a 5-inch zipper. I got this one on Amazon since they did not have a small enough one at Hobby Lobby. So to attach the zipper, you're just going to flip one of the ends of the zipper towards you, and then I'm simply just stitching all the way across. So I just pulled the yarn through, and then I came up through the zipper, and I'm just stitching across. So it's really easy. I used yarn this time, but you just want to make sure you find a big enough needle so that the yarn goes through it. And it just takes patience because it was really hard to get the needle to go through it. But when you get to the ends, I actually just folded the ends down so that they're not sticking out like that. But yeah, it just depends on how you want it to look. So yeah, this is how the zipper turned out. You can also use a button or Velcro if you think a zipper is too hard. But I wanted to attach a tassel on mine, so that's why I chose to do a zipper. To make a tassel, I just cut out 4 pieces from each color that are all 16 inches long. And then I also cut out an extra one. But just make sure your extra one is a little bit longer than the rest because it got kind of short towards the end. So then you just want to fold it in half and then weave the needle through, and then I actually just tied a knot 3 times just so that it's secure. So once you've done that, now you're just going to wrap it around the top of the tassel and then go through the loop, and I did that 3 times. So next I just stuck the needle up through the top of the tassel, and that was kind of hard because the string was getting a little bit short, so make sure you cut it a bit longer. And then I just cut off the ends and attached it to the zipper, and that was pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of how to make this crochet coin purse. Let me know if you would like me to do any more crochet tutorials, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!